Today on Husky News, Northeastern students prepare for this year's Boston Marathon.
Training's been going pretty well. For me, at this point, just staying healthy is kind of my primary goal.
A fraternity fundraises for the Boston Area Rape Crisis Center.
They host events for rape victims, and they bring in speakers so people can get it off their chest and learn more about it in general.
And the story behind the popular Mexican restaurant feeding Northeastern students.
It was the closest eatery that used Husky dollars, and I started using it a lot.
Husky News starts now. Hello and welcome to Husky News. I'm Ryan DeCorpo.
And I'm Audrey McGuff. Starting off today, members of Northeastern Club Running are gearing up for the Boston Marathon. The club looks forward to representing Northeastern and pushing itself to the finish line. Bridget Boast has the story.
NU Club Running presents an opportunity for all Northeastern students who love to run to continue to do so in college.
My name is Juliette Stubbs. I'm studying sociology and international affairs, combined major, and I'm originally from San Francisco, California. A year after COVID, kind of ran by myself for about a year because clubs weren't meeting, and then this past fall, the fall before this one, I kind of reintroduced myself to the running club and found a lot of other like-minded people who love long-distance running. And then we all crazily decided to get into marathons and training for marathon, and so then we all did it together.
Mike Andresic and Matt Petrosili are joining Stubbs in running the 2023 Boston Marathon.
I've run Boston before, so this is my second year, but last year I made it 15 miles, and then I actually got hypothermia and I passed out. Every run it's hard to get through unless you're thinking of the goal you have, which is doing well at the Boston Marathons.
With the marathon quickly approaching on April 17th, the runners are both nervous and excited. Let's hear from them.
In order to run the Boston Marathon, one of the ways you can do it is by getting a time qualifier. So part of my training last year was building up to run the Providence Marathon. I'm feeling excited. Training's been going pretty well. For me, at this point, just staying healthy is kind of my primary goal, and just having fun with everything.
In total, 15 members of NU Club Running are participating in the Boston Marathon. Come out and support your fellow Huskies. I'm Bridget Boast with Husky News.
Fraternities at Northeastern University are about more than throwing parties and making friends. They're a tight-knit community dedicated to raising money for important causes. The Northeastern chapter of Delta Tau Delta engages in community outreach through charitable giving. This semester, the fraternity hosted a fundraiser for the Boston Area Rape Crisis Center, or BARC, a nonprofit working to end sexual violence. Considering how Greek life is often negatively associated with sexual violence, members of the fraternity say it's crucial to support survivors of sexual trauma. But the frat brothers didn't sell sweet treats or raffle tickets to reel in money. Instead, they let students smash whipped cream onto their faces for a $5 fee.
Yeah, we've partnered with them for the past several years. We're very close with them. We have great relationships, and we really believe in their mission. They host events for rape victims, and they bring in speakers so people can get it off their chest and learn more about it in general. So we actually bring in multiple speakers every semester so we can learn more ourselves.
Suli Tariq says their event, Pia Delt, was a smashing success, raising around $800 for BARC only after a few hours of fundraising.
Studying in a city means there's plenty of dining around campus, but one that Northeastern students love is El Jefe's, a fast casual Mexican restaurant on Huntington Avenue. Rob Pereira visited to find the story behind this widely popular spot.
El Jefe's, the go-to Mexican spot for Northeastern students. Right near the YMCA, Jefe's can't be recommended enough by students like Ramsey Elder.
I'm a huge fan. I go most days. I was in the Sheridan, and it was the closest eatery that used Husky dollars, and I started using it a lot.
El Jefe's also has locations at colleges like Penn State, Emerson, and the original location at Harvard. To get a sense of how El Jefe's built its success, I talked to John Shaw, the founder of El Jefe's.
I started it in October of 2015. An opportunity came up with my landlord. I didn't have any particular expertise in Mexican food, but I had a lot of staff that did.
After leaving his previous job, Shaw realized he needed something completely new. Shaw says there are a few things that make El Jefes unique. Most importantly, the pricing. The only add-on is extra protein.
You know, when I would go into a chain Mexican taqueria, everything was an upcharge. I made the decision before we started that extras weren't going to be extra and that we were going to free the guac.
While El Jefes has locations near many universities, Shaw says there's something different about the Northeastern location. There's still one thing that's missing though, something that's important to the El Jefes mission, giving back to the community that surrounds it.
Well, there is something about this Northeastern location because it does crazy busy numbers. It just has really sort of been adopted by the Northeastern community. I wanted to become a part of the communities where we located. In every store, we work at coming up with an all-day long fundraiser where every nickel we generate in sales that day goes to the particular thing we're doing the fundraiser for. We haven't done a big fundraiser yet at this store. We could generate $25,000, $30,000, $35,000 in a day of sales for an organization that you know, it matters to students, it sort of cares about. So it's something that we're looking to come up with.
To suggest ideas for the Northeastern location's fundraiser, DM them on Instagram at EatElJefes. In Boston, I'm Rob Pereira for Husky News.
I don't know about you, Ryan, but since I've been in Boston, I've not had the opportunity to try El Jefes.
I haven't tried El Jefes either or really heard much about it, but I'll have to check it out now.
I know, I'm looking forward to trying their tacos soon. Now coming up on Husky News, twin sisters are sharing their message on how to balance health and wellness through their Spotify podcast, Girls with Goals. Then, Boba Paws, a new addition to the Curry Student Center, has students skeptical towards their success.
People don't really want another boba place.
And Northeastern undergraduate seniors reflect on their time at Northeastern and their excitement for another commencement ceremony at Fenway Park.
It's like we weren't just Northeastern students, but we were students in Boston, and I think having graduation at Fenway really encapsulates that experience.
We'll be right back.
One smile is great. But one smile in a community of smiles is so much better. A smile has a secret power that most people don't know about. A smile multiplies. It spreads from one person to the next, stretching across entire groups of people. Smile Train knows this and is proud to be creating a wave of smiles through the cleft lip and palate community in over 70 countries.
The support that Smile Train has given us has been a milestone in the way we treat patients.
Patients, doctors, advocates, fundraisers. Collectively, our smiles are a celebration of the transformed lives of more than 1.5 million children. Smile Train, changing the world one smile at a time.
Welcome back to Husky News. I'm Ryan DeCorpa.
And I'm Audrey McGuff. Northeastern students Caroline and Anne Catherine Conine have a lot more in common than just a last name. They're twin sisters, roommates, and share a passion for health and wellness. The third-year international business majors have channeled their love for fitness through social media, and they've amassed an impressive following. The sisters run individual social media accounts focused on leading a healthy lifestyle, and together they produce a podcast called Girls with Goals. The podcast is a space for the sisters to discuss topics like disordered eating, self-love, and goal setting.
I think that there are two very polarizing ends where it's either extreme grind, hustle culture, intense, or it's like so soft that it's almost lazy vibes.
In the realm of health, fitness, body image, mental health, especially with a female audience, we do all go through very similar things. We wanted to share that with others.
In the message that we send, we're kind of trying to find that balance between self-development and pushing yourself, but also self-compassion.
The Conines are embracing the ability to both study and pursue their personal passion for wellness. In the future, the sisters are considering becoming full-time influencers. Regardless of how large their audience may grow, spreading an authentic and helpful message is paramount to them.
A new bubble tea cafe is setting up shop in Curry Student Center. Boba Paws held its grand opening back in March, joining the ranks of popular spots like Starbucks and Popeyes. The cafe features an array of classic boba teas, fruit teas, and smoothies, which can be ordered with Husky dollars and meal swipes. A statement from Northeastern's dining services says Boba Paws stands out with its unique connection to the school's Husky mascot. But lifelong bubble tea fan and fourth-year student Izzy Harris believes the change wasn't necessary, as Boba Paws is now one of more than 15 cafes selling bubble tea within a mile of campus.
People don't really want another boba place because there's such a high saturation that people are going to go to places that are higher quality, and Northeastern kind of missed the bar with the boba.
Popular bubble tea places like Gong Cha and Kung Fu Tea sit right on Huntington Avenue with Boba Paws, and they're known for their big menus and authentic Asian fare. But according to a survey by Northeastern Dining, 30% of students are looking for their bubble tea fix right on campus. For students willing to give Boba Paws a try, they can find it between Sweet Tomatoes and Burger 373 in the Curry Student Center. Northeastern's undergraduate commencement ceremony is set to take place once again at Fenway Park on Sunday, May 7th at 4 p.m. Our anchor Audrey McGuff explains how undergraduate seniors are excited for their graduation as they reflect on their time at Northeastern.
My name is Zach Beeler. I'm a fourth-year student here with a major in accounting and a minor in data science. My favorite part of going to college at Northeastern, I think, has definitely been just how academically driven everything is. Also I just think I've loved the people here. I think back to studying Curry Student Center, or meeting my friends at the library, or going to one of my favorite cafes, Oakleaf. With my friends, I think I've met some really incredible people, and I think both the people I've met here as well as the experience I've had, I think have really shaped my Northeastern experience.
Commencement week from May 2nd to May 6th will include ceremonies held by Northeastern's 9 schools and colleges. For the primary commencement ceremony at Fenway, Northeastern is expected to see 4,470 undergraduate students.
My name is Monty Sharma. I'm a finance major with a data science minor, and I'm a fourth year. I think my favorite part about being a Northeastern student has been being so close to Boston and being in the city. I've spent so much time exploring the different restaurants and activities to do here, and the city has never gotten boring, and I think that's the best part. I definitely am excited that it's held in Fenway. It's going to be really weird having gone to baseball games and then seeing it in a completely different light, but I think that also just pulls together, our Northeastern experience. We weren't just Northeastern students, but we were students in Boston, and I think having graduation at Fenway really encapsulates that experience.
Here at Fenway, Northeastern undergraduate seniors are allowed to have 6 guests per student due to Fenway's capacity and the number of graduating seniors. Back in 2021, it was only 1 guest per student.
My name is Aaliyah, and I'm a fourth-year industrial engineering major. My favorite part has probably been the co-op program. Through the co-op program, I was able to take a job all the way in San Francisco, and it's where I'll eventually be full-time. So it was the experiential learning, I think, was probably my favorite part.
The co-op program has been instrumental to the success of NU graduates. According to Northeastern, 93% of graduates are employed or enrolled in graduate school 9 months after graduation. These graduates are excited to see where their Northeastern education takes them beyond Fenway.
We have graduating senior Alana Gersten in the studio to share her thoughts about this year's commencement. Alana, what are you looking forward to the most about graduation being held in Fenway?
Well, thanks for having me, and I'd say the most exciting thing about having graduation in Fenway is that it is such an important Boston landmark. This is, the 3rd year in a row that we're having commencement at Fenway Park, and it's a great way to show, our history here at Northeastern and Boston, how you've spent the last however many years at your time at Northeastern, and it's such an important Boston landmark that it's great that these students get to have a chance to be there.
How has Northeastern helped you prepare for your prospective career?
Well, I'd say that for me, having done 2 co-ops has really set me up with great success to know people in the industry and have great references when I apply for real jobs.
Thank you, Alana. Best of luck to you. That's all the news we have today.
From all of us here at Husky News, thank you for watching, and see you next time.